Okay, we've come a long ways in this journey of learning about how you can use AI tools, what AI tools you can use, and how you can honestly stack them to get even more out of them. Today, I want to show a use case, which is how we can use AI for analytics. Okay? It's actually easier than you think. So let me show you. Which means I've got to share my screen. Okay, I am using NotebookLM today, but I am certain that there are other ways that you can use AI tools. And maybe I'll test one. Let's find out how NotebookLM responds first, and then I'll decide if I want to try to compare it to like ChatGPT or even Perplexity. So I'm running Facebook ads. Y'all remember me working on the same client for who I batched out the month of February worth of content for. We ran an ad for her, and I had to do some research with the Perplexity and a few of the AI tools in order to really get her ads to the place that I felt like would generate her some income. Well, I don't want to obviously showcase the ad results here, but I can show the organic social post that has the same imagery as the ad, and her organic social media right now is rebuilding, so it does have very low stats, but some stats is always better than none, number one. And number two, um, I want you to know that you can start anywhere. I think that's the most important thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, I'm only getting X amount of, you know, consistencies first, then increasing engagement, then increasing influence." She wasn't consistent. So now I've positioned her to be consistent. So our engagement will naturally and organically go up as people can trust the content and people get excited about it and share it. But this post is one of her top performers. So I'm going to deselect all the other sources besides the analytics, and they're essentially screenshots. I can show you one. Just a screenshot of what it looks like on Instagram. And I'm literally just going to ask NotebookLM. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to ask NotebookLM, please analyze this data and tell me what insights you get. It's for a new mm, a new piece, the Y lariat necklace. Let's try that because I don't think I didn't. It would not. Okay, let me. While it is doing that, let me share some information with you. I need to close that out. Okay, let me share some information with you while it is doing what it needs to do. Okay, here we go. We need to see it. Okay, it's doing what it did. What it needs to do. When you are using something like NotebookLM to analyze your data, it does need to have like numbers and labels. If you, for instance, I wanted to upload my YouTube, and because I finally see that until your video hits 10, you don't see the retention. So I had a couple that hit 10 views, and I was able to see the retention. And while it's kind of like obvious, I wanted to see if Notebook would extract any more insights or tips for me, but that type of file, it wasn't the file type. The screenshots can be uploaded. It was what the image showed. It just showed a big graph, very few labels. Um, and ultimately, Notebook was like, I don't know what to do with this information. It didn't take it. Now, Instagram labels and graphs their content very nicely. So that one will typically always work. The image associated with this, I was not able to align it, right? So you've got the post and then you've got the analytics. I wanted to put the post in there so I could say, hey, based on what this post was and the analytics, give me some information. And they were like, nah, I don't get it. I don't know what that is. So it didn't take that information. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. And sometimes if you run across those types of issues, put your screenshots into a Google Doc and write up a little bit of information. This image was XYZ. That's a workaround. Today, we're going to talk about the analytics. Alrighty. Based on the analytics provided for this new necklace, key insights. We've got high interest from non-followers. Okay. 40, oh, the interactions. So the views skewed to followers, right? So keeping it within the family, but it was the non-followers who had the higher percentage of engagement. Okay. Evidence of purchase intent. For a product post, saves and external link taps are often more valuable than likes. There were 2 saves, nice, and there was 1 external link tap. Come on. Considering unique reach was only 31 accounts, having someone click through to the shop is a strong conversion signal. I do like hearing that because if you would, if we were to 5x that reach, could we get 5x the results? Maybe more. Let's see what else we got. The engagement rate. With 31 accounts reached in 7 interactions, the engagement rate is based, the engagement reach rate based on reach is 22%. Very high. So that specific piece of content, and I did say it was a topper, like it had higher likes than most of the other posts. Technically, it's an outlier at 22% engagement for this type of, for what we have for this post, right? This post it reached this many people and this many people engaged. So not in comparison to the whole world. All right, let's do the summary. The data suggests the Y lariat necklace has strong visual appeal that resonates well enough to drive strangers to interact and follow to click the link to the shop. The content is successfully driving high intent actions such as saves and clicks despite a smaller initial reach. And then if I wanted to go further, I could do a formal marketing report based on these insights. And I don't need to do that because I've only put one piece of data in there, but I would love to, after the month of February is, complete, allow it to reference and ultimately analyze the month's worth of data, find out what the best performers are, find out did we hit more non-followers or existing followers, find out about the engagement rate, because that can help inform us for March. And more than anything, those are our organic results. When I start analyzing our paid results and layer that in with the organic, I'll get even better insights. All right. So today was a quick crash demonstration of you take a screenshot, right, of your analytics, make sure it is clearly labeled. The graph has to have clear words, otherwise NotebookLM is gonna be like, I don't know what you're trying to say. I don't understand this. No comprendo. So Instagram typically works. Facebook Meta usually labels very well. The YouTube analytics did not work for me, but if I put it into Google Docs, if I take the screenshot of my retention rate and my drop-offs and my spikes from when people probably tried to skip through and see something else, if I were to put that into a Google Doc, the screenshot, and then say, the peaks are spikes and it indicates this, when it's flat, no one's watching, analyze it. If I put it that way and I saved the PDF and I uploaded it, then I have no doubt that NotebookLM would give me results. That just reminded me, we were going to test a different platform. So let's check out ChatGPT. It's easy, everybody has it, might as well. Sharing my screen. Let's open chat up. Upload those 2 files. Actually, let's put the whole thing in there with the picture and everything. How did I write? I want to write the same exact prompt so we can see if there are any major differences. All right. So we're in ChatGPT. This one does have, this one has the actual visual. So that's one leg up from Notebook. But let's see about these results. Okay, they counted it up first, 57 views, 31 accounts reached, 7 interactions. Okay, they gave us the basics. I mean, I can see the basics, but let's see the insights. The existing audience likes it, but it didn't break out. Okay, that means that the algorithm does not push it out. And that was an apt, accurate way to say it. So the piece is resonating within our existing followers, but no, it did not push into discovery. I can make this a little bit bigger. Okay. So it says, okay, this is good. It says the visual was attractive, but that the algorithm didn't get strong enough signals fast enough, right? Fast enough to expand the distribution. The hook may have been aesthetic, but not disruptive. Ooh, now that's good because if I put that type of information into NotebookLM, pretty sure we can get some really cool things. This wasn't polarizing, it was pleasant. Pleasant doesn't travel. Okay, that's accurate. Saves are greater than comments, and that equals desire but not conversation. Okay, quiet buying signals. People don't save things they don't see themselves wearing. Lovely. Profile click to link tap ratio is strong. So there's a profile visit and then a click onto the link. Very nice. That person was curious enough to click, was interested enough to explore further. Now, here's the thing I did not, the link goes to the main website, and that piece you have to search for. And if somebody's new, cold audience, they may not want to search. So, that piece of insight and me knowing what I know about her business and the way the website and the Instagram is set up, what I can do with the CRM, Automate Your Hustle, that I've been showing you guys and I've been using during this journey, what I can do with the CRM is set up a keyword campaign, like DM me the word, you know, why change. I don't know. We'll probably call it why Lariat or DM me. I'm not even sure what I would call it, but I need a keyword or a key phrase, and I would have the CRM, Automate Your Hustle, send off a DM to the person who used that phrase that had the exact link to the product. And that's something I could do to upgrade and update ultimately her results. I'm checking to see if there was anything else. Oh, there's a psychological insight. The image itself, okay, okay. It looks like a magazine ad. And magazine ads don't convert cold traffic, not anymore. Y'all, this insight is deeper. But if y'all remember what I've shared about NotebookLM is NotebookLM is going to the source of information that Notebook is pulling from is primarily what I've uploaded. Chat is also referencing the web, the open web. So they're giving me all of the aggregated updates about Instagram right now, which is very helpful actually. And I would totally put this information into Notebook so that I could have both pieces of information to work with. They convert. Okay, so magazine ads don't convert cold traffic on Instagram anymore. They do convert people who are already warm, emotionally invested, and already aligned. But cold traffic, wow, this is so good. Cold traffic needs disruption, voice, dialogue, context, and occasion framing. Oh, I'm putting this into Notebook because I need to get some great captions after this. Alrighty. Instead of introducing, try. When the neckline drops, the necklace has to rise. Not everyday jewelry, insurance jewelry. For the gala, the wedding, and the moment you want to be unforgettable. Okay, give it a place in her life. Y'all, this is A1. So I hadn't yet maximized chat for analyzing analytics. I am impressed. I would recommend. So this is good to know. This is excellent to know, actually. Because this goes, so if you've not been someone who analyzed marketing content in the past, you may not know the huge leap and bound that this just made. As someone who was doing that for 6 to 8 years in her career, because just being able to tell the client what all this data meant was literally a job description, literally a payable job description. And I would spend time. I'm like, okay, you were up this month, and we spent more money, and oh, but the cost per click it went up, and so we're expected to see less clicks because you had to spend more money, and I had to figure it out. I had to be Einstein for them, and now I pay what, maybe $20 a month for ChatGPT, and it's Einstein for us. Come on now, come on, being Einstein for us. Especially, okay, so triggering social identity, especially if the audience includes discerning. And what's also interesting is I have told Chat a little bit about this, right? Chat was supposed to be helping me out with writing some of the captions and copy. So it's not the first time it's heard about the Y lariat. So it already has contextual information from my past. Already. So, and I did tell it that, yeah, those ladies of AKA are discerning and stylish and do care about detail. Okay. So, where did it get the information about the audience? From me, from the past information I fed it. Increase shareability. So, we're not there yet, but to do so, they gave ideas. Would you wear this to a wedding or a gala? Period. So, would you go silver or emerald? Deep neckline or high slit? That's cute because I could do another picture like a swipe over. Okay. How much more do we have? Okay, that's not too much more. Consider a reel over static. Okay. It needs to move. That drop detail needs motion. A slow motion turn, light catching the stones, hand adjusting it. Excuse you, chat. You like doing my job, but in a good way. Because I could put that into Gemini. I could make that work. I could give my client a better visual to work with. Hmm. Okay. Jewelry that hangs vertically benefits massively from movement. Well, then, okay. All right. So, not a failure post. It's a warm audience, and they don't know that that's a top performing post. So, it's not a failure because it was the best one. But it's warm audience validation. It's early interest. It's aesthetic, but it's not yet viral, shareable, um, or basically enough like controversy or engaging or disruptive is the word they use, you know, to get someone to involve and engage themselves in the comments. So this was valuable feedback. Valuable feedback. Ooh. Now that is, I don't think that's the price of the lariat. I think they're pulling that from my last one, but it just goes to show you that it's referencing past data, which is not bad. And I need to go check how much the lariat is. I thought it was $40 to $60. But it's still good feedback that when jewelry is $100 or more, it can't just be elegance. It's got to be the emotion. It's got to be the occasion. It's got to have some disruptive nature about it. This was valuable, you guys. My brain is spinning. Okay. Alrighty. So today we had a chance to see how analytics are reviewed in NotebookLM, and NotebookLM only has, well, let's just say it's referencing like 70 to 80% of what you've uploaded first, and then it's going to check like a little bit of the web, a little bit of generic, well-known information. Meanwhile, chat's all over the websites, all over the internet, all over the blogs. So chat gave me everything. Plus, chat has my information. I've said I'm running ads, I'm doing organic content, I need captions, these are the women. It had the information, but it did give me valuable insight because being disruptive, we are being pleasant and we could benefit from being disruptive. How to do that in a classy way that appeals to women of AKA, that is going to be my challenge. But the feedback was valuable. All right. So, your charge, your homework is, which AI tool are you going to be using for your analytics? Then choose one, two, even maybe even three of your, last posts from this month that are high performers, maybe one that had the best like most amount of likes. Because you can filter these, right? So find the one that had the best likes, the one that had the most impressions, and maybe maybe the one that had the most clicks. And then find out what insights you get and how does that impact the decision making for your next organic post or paid post for your strategy. Okay. All right now. All right now. You better be out here working and making really good decisions for your business, ain't you? Yes. Come on. All right. Tomorrow we wrap up this 30-day series. Tomorrow I've got I'm so excited to share what tomorrow is, but you'll have to just wait and see. It's going to summarize, wrap up, conclude, put a bow on this wonderful series and give you just a little bit of takeaways. Okay? All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow. You have a good one. Bye.